Team Xeno. My name is Ansh Jain and I am here to present my solution of FSD assignment for CRM application. So here it is, SmartSphere, an intelligent customer relationship management software which comprises of segment customers, creating personalized campaign, gaining intelligent insights with our platform. Let's start by logging in into. We tap on sign in to Google and here is the auth verification. This verification leads us to the dashboard page. Here is our profile. You can see my name, my email ID, and the logout button. Here is the theme toggler we can use for switching the themes between light and dark. So, firstly, this is a landing page which tells about how our application is different from others and it is working on which flow. That is, firstly defining our audience, then creating campaigns, and finally analyzing the results. So, firstly, we create a campaign. Right now, I don't have any campaign, so I will create a new campaign. So here is our create new campaign page. Firstly, we have an option for naming the campaign. So let me name it as flash 50% off on new clothes. Now the message template we have a normal placeholders like name, email, total spend or visiting count for the users, or we can generally generate them with AI also. I am using Grok API inference for generating messages. Right now it is generating messages and it gave me 4 messages. Let me choose this one. So you can see the message preview came here. And if I show you now define audience rule, in which we can directly edit rules in JSON editor by adding conditions, or I can use my AI which take a prompt and will generate rules for me and generally add it to a JSON format. Now if I preview audience size for this audience, it will be right now 0 because I don't have any data right now that is pushed calculating, and right now the data is 0. So I will now launch the campaign and my campaign is launched, right? But here we have no data. So I will now ingest data in front of you. There we have data ingestion page where we can enter data using individual entry of customer and their orders, or else we can use bulk upload. Right now I will be using bulk upload. I will choose a CSV file I downloaded, that is demo customer data, and I will upload it. All 10 customers uploaded, and now I can view all customers. That is, these are my customers. I can delete also customer, like I delete this customer and he will be deleted. So now I will create a new campaign. Flash 70% off on trousers, let's say, and I will normally take this message, hi name, check out your new offers, and generate suggestion for the message. And let's take this one. So it got visible here, right? And I can use this condition to preview our audience, and it will go in my backend and estimate it, right? We have one audience which will follows these conditions, and we will launch campaign for him, right? Now the campaign has been launched and it is in the draft condition right now. Here we have one audience, and it is under the vendor API, which gave me result as the campaign is completed and the status from the user was sent successfully. The result can came as fail also because then right now it is a random generating vendor API and the webhook reset delivery. So yes, same size is one that I showed you, and the message is sent. It is not a fail. Here is the communication logs with the user that this is the message that it's sent to him, and the insights of our campaign is that went for us, what is good, what is bad for it, and we can tag it also. Like what tags should this campaign given to? Now here is our audience page. Right now, audience segmentation is a vast issue. So I created an audience segment separate page where I can generate audience segment like high value customers, description like same customer who spent more than $1,000, and I can define rules for them also, like these are the rules, and I will create the segment. Now this segment is successfully saved and I can use this segment in my future campaigns by either using the rules from there, or I can use this campaign directly in my campaigns and the conditions are here. So Third most important feature of our CRM is API documentation. I implemented Swagger API where I have all my APIs which I written throughout this project and I used it. For an example, I will hit get campaigns request. It requires no parameters as such of now. I will try it out and execute. So it had the call request and it fetched all the campaigns. That is the last campaign we generated that was flash 70% off on trousers, right? And the sent count was one. So here was the API documentation from Swagger UI. That was the ingestion of data. We can use bulk data or individual entry. I can show you individual entry too. That these were the users that was added by a CSV file. Let's say we add a order for Ethan Hunt of amount 9,000 or an add order. So it will add order to the Ethan Hunt and we can see the order here. Right. It is necessary because not every time we have to cater all the users or customers, but it is very necessary to have a bulk upload also because loading entry one by one is so much of hectic work. So yeah, this was my solution implementation. Now I will get you throughout my code review. So here is my code showcase where there is a source directory which comprises of app, router, project, components used by chatcn, normal library files. Forgot to tell you that I implemented rate limiting also. I use upstash rate limit to rate limit sign up from user. It limiting more than one five requests per minute. If there will be a sixth request, it will remove that request and will redirect to the user to a different page, right? And if I make you sure about the architecture, so firstly, the user ends up on the authentication page where next auth is using Google credential provider. The data is saved to MongoDB and the rate limiting is happening from upstairs Redis. This application is deployed on Vercel. So the functional modules of this application were order ingestion in which I showed you CSV upload, audience segmentation where I showed you the generation of audience segment, and the API documentation where I showed you the Swagger UI, and the campaign management. In campaign management, the logs were updated by webhook delivery and vendor API simulated that delivery receipts from the user to the analytics and logging board of the campaign. And I used Grok for generating rules and personalizing messages. So this was my solution. I hope you liked it. If you face any issue in deployed link, I highly request you to clone this project, use your environment variables and do run it. Because sometimes there are tiny errors which causes the whole project to get disturbed. Thank you.